Okay. Yeah, so my name is Matt Miller. I live out at Scott Air Force Base in Illinois, just across the river. I used to work for Jacobs Technology when COVID started, and we had about 200 people that were supporting the United States Transportation Command. And we had to learn how to get our folks out of the building. We had to get these folks, open up some technology so that we could support the warfighter and continue our operations. And then I left the company and moved on to another job, which was very challenging because it's another support agency for U.S. Transcom. And I had people that were coast to coast, and we were bringing them in every 2 weeks to work with the customer, but we had to stop doing that because of the COVID situation. But all in all, I've had probably 20% of my population that worked with me come down with it in some form or fashion. And then some of my customers as well came down with the COVID, and which called us all to go into tracing and all these other things.
How many is 20%? Is that a dozen people or?
Oh no, I had I had 200 people on my first contract. So since when I left there, we had about 20, 25, 30 people, somewhere around there that came down with COVID at some point. And then this last job, I only have about 25 people. And so far, I've had people come down with it, and it was a big to-do. But then others I found out had it, and because they're all remote, we never found out that they actually had it. They kept working right through it. So that was the unique thing with as the disease progressed and everyone got a little more comfortable with what was going on.
Anyone close to you?
Anyone close to me? No, just some real good close workmates. We used to get together every Tuesday. We'd go to a restaurant in town, and we would always have a Tuesday after drinks and just sit around and catch up and make sure everyone was okay. And we don't do that anymore. I haven't done that in a year now.
Do you miss the camaraderie?
Oh yeah. I missed those evening lunch and dinners where we'd get together and just catch up and make sure everyone's okay. And I know one person in particular that I haven't heard of since this happened. His family got sick, but he didn't get sick. But he still hasn't even reached out to me in 7 months now, and we used to get together once a week. So I'm not sure what's going on with him yet. I reach out to him often through text and through LinkedIn, and I still haven't heard anything back from him.
Has anything in your personal life changed? Any new hobbies? Is spending more time at home? More time with the wife? Or?
Yeah. More time together, that's for sure. Yeah, certainly, but because during the winter time, my hobbies kind of stop anyhow. My stuff's more outdoors. Here in the Midwest, you kind of just put those on the back burner. But yeah, we definitely spent more time together. We used to go out to eat on a regular basis 2-3 times a week and enjoy that, just kind of getting out and having things taken care of for you. So now we have to work harder at those things at home now. But it's gotten us closer, I think. I think that we say, we survive through this, we can survive through most anything. Yeah.
No any new hobbies? Saving more money?
Saving a hassle. I'm saving a lot of hassle. The dry cleaners, the packing the lunches, sometimes all the things that just 9 to 5 work, having to sit at a cube all day long. Like the school bell would ring to start work, and the school bell would ring that everyone can leave at 4:30 or 5 o'clock. That is gone. So that's a good thing. That's a real blessing, I think. I really enjoy the fact now that you kind of go in, do your job, and leave.
Has the lack of contact with friends and so forth led to any, say, mental health issues or loneliness or estrangement or any let's say anxiety? Certainly. My mom and my dad are about 80, 79 and 78 and 80. And they have some massive anxiety over all of this. Whenever I talk to them, they're very nervous over going anywhere. Whereas my sister and brother-in-law live in Dakota, and they're the polar opposite of it. So it's kind of interesting, And then when they go to see each other, they spent the whole time arguing about wearing masks or not. So that's been an interesting development with my family. Have you been tested and?
Yeah, we tested a couple times. We went up to Michigan last July, and my dad has CLPD. So before we went up to the cottage and stayed at the lake up in Michigan, we all got tested before we went up there last July. fairly certain that we probably had run across it, you know, and just kind of muddled through it, and our health stayed healthy, but I'm pretty sure we both have had it. Because my wife works at the YMCA, so the disease there has been coming and going, and people have been coming down with staff, customers, you know, so she's been around it quite a bit. Has never tested positive, but we both have had symptoms of COVID, and we just kind of monitored it and muscled on through.
What's next then, do you think? Do you think this is the new normal, or do you think we're going to coming out of it, or what do you think?
No, I think things will change a bit. I'm hoping that, you know, like I was saying before, working in tight quarters, the military in general and contractors, active duty, whoever, they were putting people in smaller and smaller cubes, trying to consolidate real estate more and more. And I think now they're totally rethinking that whole thought process based off of this, and they're actually authorizing people to work, companies, contractors to work at distant locations, off the site, you know, remote, fully remote. So I think those things will change quite a while. But America also has a short memory, you know, so come ask me in a year from now, we'll all be jammed back into these cubes, and we'll all be working just like we used to do before. So I think that's one of the bad things.
Are you going to be getting the shots then?
Sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'd like to get that Johnson & Johnson one, so I can just be one and done and be done with it. But yeah, certainly I'm not going to fight it. I'm not out looking for it though either. I'm not that worried about it. I have good health. But certainly if it comes around, they say come get it. I don't have to stand in line for a long time, or you know, sit there in a queue. I'll go get it. Yeah, sure.
Any final thoughts?
No, not really. Just you know, it's been an experiment, and I'm hoping that on the other end of this, we do remember some of these functions and how things happen, lessons learned. But I'm not going to hold out a lot of hope for that. I think that things just change too often, and we don't ever remember what happened yesterday, and just keep on relearning these issues. So.
Very interesting. Thank you so much. It's the 7th of March. We're on Washington Street in St. Louis. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.